Hello Divine Souls, hearty welcome to all of you for success celebrations of 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle. Under the guidance of Brahma Shri Pitamaha Patriji, we successfully completed 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle with 111 feminine masters across the globe. The main intention of this program was connecting with all feminine masters across the globe from many countries to create unified global collective grid across this planet Earth. We had 111 global feminine masters connected and united from all 6 continents: Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, South America, North America for this goddess circle. Friends, in the Tibetan prophecy, it's beautifully stated that when 1,000 goddesses or Buddhist taras gather, the divine feminine will rebirth through their combined energies, and the tone of this planet Earth will shift from fear to compassion. We are so happy that this goddess circle had radically shifted the mindset and the lives of many women, releasing their old inhibitions, overcoming their stage fear. Lot of women gave their first ever session through this global women empowerment platform. Join us, friends, masters. Let's all celebrate this Diwali in the presence of Brahma Shri Pitamaha Patriji, Swarnamana Patriji and Tina Mariam Madam. Welcome to all of you for this success celebrations. Special thanks to everyone who supported this project unconditionally. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Completed 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle. We are so happy that today we have with us Dina Mariam Madam, author of the book Untold Story of Sita. Dina Mariam is a great enlightened master, my dear friends. She wrote this book, wonderful book called Untold Story of Sita. And it is an excellent book, unfolding, revealing the deeper spiritual truths about Ma Sita. So many invisible truths have been shared through this book. We will know many invisible truths like how Ma Anasuya taught meditation to Ma Sita, and how Sita Ma fought with Yamadharma Raja for saving Lakshmana invisibly, and how women used to pray for Sita Ma near Sarayu River. Such deep, profound truths are said so clearly. They have been expressed so clearly in this book. Patriji recommended everyone to read this book. Yes, friends, Sita Ma has great love for the forests, rivers, plants, and animal lives. So this is a story of women's wisdom, courage, and strength. Her love for this animal kingdom, her love for the plants, forests, it is like immeasurable, my dear friends. So in this book, we come across of many great women rishis and sages like Anasuya Ma, and so many enlightened Guru Patnis. So I'm so happy to introduce today Dina Mariam Madam. Dina Mariam began working in the interfaith movement in the late 1990s, my dear friends, when she served as vice chairman of the Millennium World Peace Summit of religious and spiritual leaders held at the United Nations in New York in the year 2000. She subsequently convened a meeting of women religious and spiritual leaders at the Palace des Nations in Geneva, and from that gathering founded the Global Peace Initiative for Women. In 2002 and in the year 2008, Miss Mariam was one of the founding members of the Contemplative Alliance that brings together the voices of contemplative and spiritual teachers for societal transformation. The work of the Global Peace Initiative of Women currently focuses on exploring humanity's relationship with the earth, fostering ways to respect and reverence for all life. And through her foundation, she also seeks to provide a platform for young environmental and climate leaders who are working in heartfelt ways to address the ecological challenges at this time. For over 40 years, Dina Mariam has been a student of Paramahamsa Yogananda and a practitioner of Kriya Yoga meditation, my dear friends. And Dina Mariam received her master's degrees from Columbia University in the year 2014. She received the Nivano Peace Prize for her interfaith peace efforts. And we all know that she is the author of the book, My Journey Through Time, a spiritual memoir of life, death, and rebirth, and of the untold story of Sita. Madam, we are so happy today. You are with us now. We welcome you, Madam. Over to you.
Thank you. Namaste and happy Diwali to everyone. And we've just experienced one of the most sacred times of the year, Navratri, where we focus in on the special teachings and gifts of the Devis. So I was thinking about what part of Sita's life to talk about today. I've spoken extensively about her love for the earth, for the rivers, and for the animal and plant life. I've also spoken about her decision to enter Lanka to work from the interior plane as Ram worked on the exterior. So I wanted to speak about a different aspect of Sita's life today. So I chose to talk about her years in Mithila when she was a young woman, really just coming of age now, soon to be married. And because the love between Sita and Janak Baba was especially poignant for me. I so often think about that relationship because I have such great deep love and reverence for Janak Baba, of course, as well as for Sita. So I wanted to read a little portion of the book, and this is the portion because there was a deep message that I found in this portion. It was when Sita often takes her sister and cousins and the servants to the forest to enjoy the animal life and the life of the forest. But sometimes she goes alone. She sneaks away and goes on her own for deeper meditation. And on one such occasion, they couldn't find Sita, and her mother couldn't find her. And the sages, several of the sages were coming for a discussion with Janak Baba, and Sita always liked to serve them herself. And so her mother is looking for her all over the palace. It's midday. And then she goes to Soma, who's attendant, and says, "Have you seen Sita?" No, she hasn't. Nobody has seen Sita all day. But Soma says, "I think I know where to find her. She knows where Sita goes for private meditation." So she goes off to the forest to find Sita, and she doesn't come back. And so Sita's mother, Sinenuma, then goes to another servant, Meenakshi, and says, "Ask her to go find them. It's getting late. The meal has to be prepared. The sages will soon be arriving." So Meenakshi goes off to find them. And in the process, so she does find them. And Sita is immobile in a deep meditation, unmoving. And Soma can't bring her out of meditation. Soma says to her, "Go back and get Janak Baba. I can't bring her out of meditation. Her breath has stopped. She's as if she's dead." Meenakshi is very, very anxious and worried, runs back to get Janak Baba, and she trips and badly twists her ankle. And then she brings Janak Baba with one of the other sages, Sage Garji, and they chant and meditate, and they can't bring Sita back. Janak Baba's first time that nobody's able to bring her out of meditation. And so Janak Baba says to Meenakshi, "Go get the other sages. We'll have our dialogue here. Perhaps they'll be able to bring her back." So she goes and she gets the other sages, and they're all sitting around now, chanting Vedic hymns, meditating, describing what they've experienced. Sita is gone. Through the night, it's that way. Meanwhile, the servant Meenakshi, who's got a very badly twisted ankle, is struggling with the pain. She falls into her sleep, and then she wakes up, and it's morning. So I'll start to read this next section. At the first rays of dawn, the chanting began again, mingling with the chatter of the assembly of birds. Together, they made a most beautiful symphony of sounds. My eyes opened to an almost unearthly scene. This is Meenakshi speaking. The greenery of the forest glittered ever so gently in the early rays of dawn. A soft hue had settled over the forest floor. Many small animals had come close to us in the night to observe this most unusual gathering. It appeared as if we had all awakened to another world, more beautiful than even our earth, if that was possible. I glanced at Sita, hoping that she had returned to the world, but she remained locked in the meditation pose. And Janak Baba was also still deep in meditation. The chanting went on for some time, and when it ceased, the sages began discussing the nature of what they had experienced the night before. One of the sages remarked that he had entered a state he had never before experienced. Another concurred. It was then that I saw Janak Baba slowly open his eyes, a look of extreme joy painted across his face. He listened quietly as the sages continued to comment on the nature of their experiences. Suddenly, I saw a movement. Mata had shifted her position ever so slightly. Everyone seemed to catch this subtle movement of her hands, and the sages fell silent with all eyes turned to her. She didn't stir again for some time, but finally her eyes cracked open. The first one she saw was Janak Baba, and she smiled, opening her eyes wider, her face exuding such love. "Pitaji," she whispered, "you are here." He also hadn't spoken before that moment, but he nodded and said very slowly, "We are all here, Sita. You could not come to us, and so we came to you to share in your ecstasy." Sita looked around and seemed surprised to see us all gathered, not quite grasping what had happened. And so Janak Baba continued, "You came here early yesterday morning and went into deep meditation. Soma could not bring you back, nor could I. So I brought the sages who had come yesterday to the spot where you are." For some time, everyone sat in silence, as if still enjoying their inner experience. And then Mata noticed the basket of fruits and the pitcher of water before her. Asking the sages to excuse her for not serving them the evening meal last night, she slowly rose and gave each one a piece of fruit and some water. Then Janak Baba asked the guards to guide everyone back to the palace for the morning meal. "I will join you shortly," he said. As I rose to leave, this is Meenakshi speaking, I quietly winced in pain. Mata noticed this and asked me to stay behind with Soma, saying that she would apply some medicine. When the others had left, Janak Baba asked very gently, "Where had you gone, my daughter? I could not find you anywhere in the ethers." She replied simply, "To him." "To whom?" he asked. "To the one I will marry. It was he who brought me back. When he uttered the word, 'Soon we will be reunited,' this body came alive again. Had he not arrived, I would have merged into the great ocean of being. I will be ever grateful to him for bringing you back to this world," Janak Baba replied with deep emotion. "I was afraid you would disappear into the absolute, and my Sita would be with us no more. I am not prepared for that." Sita smiled. "You know I would not leave without first taking your permission. You who have called me to this world will be the one to release me." This was the promise Sita made to her father that day in the forest. Janak Baba smiled. "Let us go have some food with our guests." "You go ahead, Pitaji. I first must attend to Meenakshi's wounded ankle." As he rose to leave, she added with a knowing smile, "I see you also dove into that blissful sea." He offered pranams and replied very solemnly, "No sage has been able to transmit the experience that I received in your presence last night. If you were not my daughter, I would." "Pitaji, say no more," she replied, gazing lovingly at him. What came to you last night was the result of your many years of effort. Janak Baba seemed reluctant to leave her, but Mata laughed and said, "Don't worry, Pitaji. I have given you my word. I will not disappear from here. I will go to see to our guests then, but do not stay long. Your mother, I know, is eager to see you." Once he was gone, Mata directed Soma down a nearby path and described in detail the plant that she would find. Then she reached over to unwrap the bandage that Soma had improvised. I instinctively tried to withdraw my leg, but Mata would not let go of it. "Please, Mata, it is nothing really. I just need to rest a bit longer." "You've been resting all night, and look at the swelling. The medicine will help." My ankle was now twice its normal size, and the throbbing was relentless. It was difficult to keep the tears from welling up. "I am your servant, Mata. Please," I murmured quietly, trying again to withdraw my leg. Holding on to my leg, she touched the swollen ankle very gently and said, "And I am the servant of the world, Meenakshi. How can I not take care of your wound when I have the means?" I wanted to read that section because there were some very touching lessons in that. Here, Meenakshi was the servant, and Sita showed such attention and love for her, coming out of that blissful state. What was her first thought that entered her mind? The first thought was to feed the sages, was to apologize for not having served them the night before, and then to get up and to serve the sages. Just coming out of that state, that was immediately she was attentive to the detail of the moment. The sages had come to her. She needed to offer them something. And then her next thought was to take care of the servant who had wounded herself. To me, that was so touching, a touching display of Sita's world, love for the world. I've often spoken about her love for the natural world, but her love for everyone and everything that crossed her path was indescribable. The other touching thing to me about that scene was there's always a deeper reason for everything that happens in Sita's life. And so by her going into the forest and calling the sages there, she was enabling them to have a deeper experience of absorption in the divine bliss. And she was able to give her father the deeper experience without saying anything, without taking credit for it. Just by her going into that state, she was able to transmit a state to them that they had never experienced before and that they had yearned for. That was the way Sita operated, by very subtly and in a very quiet manner, doing what needed to be done and blessing those around her. And that is why Janak Baba recognized that it was Sita's blessing that enabled him to experience that divine bliss. But she didn't want to take any credit for it. So she said, "No, it was all your years of effort." And that was so essential to her character, to serve without taking credit. And I thought to myself, isn't that the model for the world? That in so many ways, so many of us, we focus on our meditation or spiritual life, but we only know how we've progressed by the degree to which we can serve. Just organically and naturally, it's instinctive to us to serve in whatever way we can at that moment, whatever arises, to be in service to that. I just want to read a few other sections, and this is when Sita leaves for the forest with Ram. And what does she do before she leaves? She puts her energy into a fire, into a flame, because she knows that with Ram gone and Lakshman gone, the two most skilled in the powerful weapons, the divine weapons, that the kingdom could be in danger. And she knows that Ram will do his part taking care of the kingdom, but she wants to do her part. What can she do to preserve it? So she creates this flame where part of her energy is, and instructs the servants to guard the flame and to care for it as they would to her, so that her energy can still be present in the palace. And then she instructs the 4 servants that have come with her from Mithila to take care of the different Ranis. And she instructs Meenakshi to take care of KK, the one who was responsible for all the chaos, sending Ram into exile. And she says it's because of Ram's love for her. Nobody's going to want to pay any attention to her now that she's done this horrible deed. And Sita says it's because of Ram's love for her, and because she had a weak mind, that we have to care for her, give her a special care. And then life goes on with her servants trying to do what Sita had instructed them to do, to maintain her presence. And then after some years, Meenakshi, who was older already when she came, is dying. And she said, Sita had promised that she would see her again. So Soma sends Meenakshi down to the river, a special place where Sita had sanctified that part of the river, called up the river Devi, and Meenakshi goes down there, and there Sita appears to her to bless her before she dies. And Meenakshi is just, amazed. How could Sita appear to her when she's somewhere else in the forest? And she says to as she's dying, she says, ask Soma, why did she come? I gathered the strength to ask that morning by the river. Soma shook her head slightly as she looked out in the distance. It was out of love. That is who she is, love itself, and that love extends to all, to every creature. She makes no distinction because we are all her children. Then turning to me, she said softly, the purpose of Mata's birth is to awaken that love, the love that permeates the celestial worlds, to awaken that love on earth. And that is what she is doing every moment of her life. And so it was to awaken that love that Sita took birth on earth, and that she is still active in the world. As I was writing this book, I realized that Sita's presence is just as accessible today as it was thousands of years ago. When Sita appears to Meenakshi, the river, she says to her, you do not need to see this body to know I am with you, not just for this life, Meenakshi, but for all time. So Sita's presence is as real today as it was then. And then she says, you won't be without me, Meenakshi. You will have to see beyond my physical presence. It is easy to serve me when I am here with you, but now you must learn to serve when my physical presence is no longer here. And then in the last words of her life, Meenakshi asks Soma if she will, because all the other servants are gone now, the 4 who came from Mithila, only Soma will be left when Meenakshi dies. And she says, you will wait for Mata, won't you? And Soma replies to her and says, I've never been waiting for Mata because she has never left me. So those messages of service and abiding in the presence of Sita, feeling her love and manifesting her love, because we have Sita within us. We are all we all are the divine Devi, only we're not awakened yet. So to awaken that love within us and to be able to do as Sita did, to be there, that is the great lesson of Sita's life. And then, of course, when she made the conscious decision to go into Lanka, to do her part in the battle. Now, the beauty of Ram and Sita's life is that they were completely complementary. He did his part, she did her part, and together they were able to achieve what they did together. And we were able to see at that time the perfect balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, because both are needed. And the more they can be in balance together, the more that balance will be reflected in the world. Now, we see in our world today that everything is greatly out of balance. The whole ecological balance has been deeply disturbed. Gender balance has been disturbed. Balance, economic balance, in every aspect of life, we see that that balance, which Narayan and Narayani seek to preserve, has been unsettled. So they are active in the world today in trying to restore that balance. And we are meant to help with that, help to restore the balance, the ecological balance, the gender balance, economic balance, balance in every aspect of life, social balance. And that's an ongoing endeavor. As long as there'll be creation, there'll be efforts to disturb that balance. That's the role of the Asuric energy, to break apart, to disturb the balance. And then the role of the divine forces is to continually restore that balance. And so we have our work cut out for us. And the more we can invoke Narayani into our being, the more we can help in the restoration of that balance. Now, I'm become known for speaking about Sita because for so many years, my meditation was on Sita, and my deepest connection is to Narayani and to Sita. But about 9 months ago, I began feeling the presence of Saraswati. So I want to speak a little bit about her, because her presence is also being felt in the world right now. And I began writing about my experiences with Saraswati in a book that will be coming out next month called When the Bright Moon Rises. And the story begins in Vedic India about 9th century BCE, during the Saraswati River, early years of the Saraswati River civilization. And it's a story actually is very related to Meenakshi, because it's the story of Meenakshi's birth and in the life in which she received the curse which caused her to be born into a cursed family, which then enabled her to be taken in by the Janak family and to have the blessing of serving Sita. So in this life of hers, which takes place several thousand years before Sita and Ram took birth, this young girl, Sundari, her name is part of a forest clan. But it's during the time when the Rakshakshas are taking over many of the forest areas, and the clans are having to leave the forest and come join the small community by the Saraswati River. And this young girl, Sundari, is part of that clan. Her mother is the leader of the clan, and they come and they are welcomed by the people who are living by the Saraswati River. And they're each trying to find their place in the new society. And Sundari's mother sends her to a hermitage for 2 years to be under the guidance of a woman sage Gayatri. And Sundari can't fit in. She, her love is for the forest, for wandering out. And so she doesn't learn the Vedic chants, and she can't pay attention. Her concentration's not good. And so this wonderful sage Gayatri brings her down to the river, to the Saraswati, and teaches her through stories, and by telling her stories of the women rishis, and by teaching her about some of the chants. And so on this day, she brings her down to the river, and she's teaching her about one of the chants by a woman sage called Salsi Palomi. It's a chant, one of the chants from the Vedas. And she tells, so Sundari closes her eyes, and Sundari is speaking. I closed my eyes and listened as Sage Gayatri slowly began to chant, first in gentle tones, and then rising with the rush of waves. Her powerful incantations awakened a storm within my spine, like winds surging through me. As I listened, the rhythmic beating of her voice harmonized with the rising of the waves that was sweeping me, but soon began to calm down. When she ended, I was unable to speak at first. It is a powerful hymn, isn't it? Sage Gayatri asked after her voice had trailed off. What did I just experience, Amaji? I asked quietly in a trembling voice. You experienced the Shakti, the inner strength and divine feminine energy of the seer. The inner power is within all of us. I don't understand. Never mind, you will later. What do the words of the hymn mean to you? And then she goes on to describe the hymn, what the meaning means. And the Sundari doesn't understand what she's saying. Squirming to make myself more comfortable, I turned from her gaze and looked out over the river without answering. It doesn't matter if you don't grasp this higher meaning. Your heart enabled you to feel the Shakti, the power of the poem. That is enough, and now I will explain what you experienced. The poet uses the vibrations of sound to awaken the Shakti, the innate creative power to conquer the lower mind. You see the physical form of the Saraswati River, don't you? I nodded, wondering why she was asking me such an obvious question. The Vedas speak of 7 sacred rivers. Do you know where they are? There are 7 rivers like this? I asked in amazement. She nodded. But the Saraswati is the mother river. I have told you, everything in the Vedas has an outer and inner significance. The physical rivers are sacred because they feed life. Without their waters, we could not live here. But the Vedas are referring to an inner river. An inner river? I asked in amazement. She nodded. The river of prana, of the life force, which runs in our body through 7 sacred channels. That is the true sacred river into which we must dip and purify ourselves every day. My grandfather spoke of prana, I remember, I think, I mused. The 7 sacred rivers are the centers of prana in your body. They flow unimpeded from their resting place at the base of the spine to their destination, in the same way as the outer rivers flow from their source in the mountains to their destination in the sea. When our inner river flows and reaches the destined place at the crown of the head, that is when the higher mind can be realized. The deeper meaning of the Saraswati is this inner flow of prana. She guides it to its destination here. She pointed to the crown of her head. This spot is envisioned by the seers as the beautiful lotus on which Devi Saraswati rests, the single point where all streams gather, the source of all inspiration. Hidden within this lotus are the mysteries of the universe, which she reveals. That's a lot for me to try to understand, I murmured, as I again looked out over the river, wondering how there could be an internal river. This hymn can awaken those sacred centers as it did for you, and it can also serve to strengthen the will. It speaks about the voice of the female creative power, the Shakti. I have chanted it so many times when I've been secluded in meditation and have been distracted. And then she talks about how the effect that this hymn has had on her. Now, Sundari doesn't understand what the sage has been teaching her. And she eventually leaves the hermitage and goes on with her life. And sometime later, she receives the curse. And Sage Gayatri prolongs the impact of the curse, so it will take place in the future. And then at the end of her life, toward the end of her life, she doesn't see Sage Gayatri for many years, but then toward the end of the life, Sage Gayatri comes to her again. And she says to Sage Gayatri, I remember you told me when I was in the hermitage that you would explain to me more about Devi Saraswati. Who is she? Because Sundari can't understand, is she a river or is she not a river? You know, what does it mean that's her outer form? What is the difference? And she says, Amaji, when I was living at the Hermitage, you told me that someday you would tell me something about Saraswati Devi. She smiled. You remember that? I haven't forgotten anything you've told me. Although I can't say I understand it, I have the same question. Is she a river or a Devi? She's far more than a river. I will tell you who she is, the great Devi, Saraswati. She closed her eyes and didn't speak right away. Then with still shut eyes, she said, she is the active, creative power. She is that within us which inspires, that which transmits knowledge, which seeks to express itself through song. It is said that she rests on the tongue of the poet, and is she who breathes word into the poet's mind. She is not only within us, the force we know, Saraswati, is also bringing into being new stars, new planets, new life. She is the flower unfolding, the seed within you that bears life. She is that great creative force that moves through the universe, bringing the unmanifest into manifestation. She is all of that, I exclaimed. Now I will tell you of her relationship to the river. For ages, the seers had been in meditation when the water was locked in ice, high in the sacred mountains. They were there when the ice began to melt and the rivers began to form. Perhaps they even aided that process. Some of the seers say they heard the Devi's footsteps guiding the river in its downward flow through unmarked mountain paths. Some saw her hand caressing the river to stir its waters. Some saw her light body emerge from its depth, and so the river was given her name. She imbued it with creative power. And so for millennia, poets and sages have gained their inspiration from that river, seated in meditation on her banks. That is why so many gather by her side. She's also here in the Ganga. She is in all the rivers, but the Saraswati River holds a special place in the hearts of our Vedic poets because so many of their songs were inspired by her outer flow, which led them to the inner Saraswati, the inner flow of life, which then opened them to the mysteries of the universe. That is a lot for me to understand, but I'm sure your words will remain with me for a long time. She nodded and smiled. What I am explaining cannot be grasped with the mind alone. It must be experienced, and that is the purpose of meditation, to give you that inner experience. Each one of us can attune ourselves with the same creative power that gives rise to the poetry sung by the Vedic seers. The seers were able to hear the words emerge out of the silence. We can do the same if we truly set our hearts and minds to it. So this was the first time that I had the experience of Devi Saraswati. And in writing Untold Story of Sita, I experienced Mata Parvati because she and Narayani were working together at different times during the battle, the inner battle with Ravan, and Mata Parvati holds the transformative energy. So Sita and she were working together with the transformation of that situation. And so I wondered why now this experience with Devi Saraswati? And I realized that along with the need now to balance the energies that are out of balance in our world today, we also need the creative power to bring about the shift in consciousness so that it can manifest as a new economic and social and civilization order, an ecological civilization. That creative energy is needed. And when I speak to young people today, I talk about the need to tap into their inner creative powers, to create a new vision of how to live on this earth. Because the paradigm that we have been living with is destroying the earth. A new paradigm is needed. And so we each have that creative power within us. But in order to manifest it, we have to interiorize ourselves and awaken that energy within us, awaken that the Saraswati pranic stream that flows within us. But it is impeded, the creative energy is impeded as our chakras are blocked. And so that the energy can't flow into the higher centers where Saraswati can manifest herself in the highest chakra seated in that lotus. And so this has been a new experience for me. And when I sit in my meditation now, often my writing, it's a teaching to me. The Devis appear and I experience this teaching, and then I seek to express it so that I can share it with others. And so I wanted to share that today. The Devis, I talk in the opening of the Sita book, I talk about my experience at the Vaishnav Devi shrine, where the three Devis came together to battle a very powerful demon that was destroying the earth at that time. And it was Narayani and Parvati and Saraswati who joined together their powers, the power of the creative, balancing, and transformative powers to help eradicate this negative energy. Now, we all know there are a lot of negative energies circulating the earth right now that are creating this imbalances. The greed has gotten to a point where there's it's not sustainable. And so to counter these negative forces, I do believe we need to bring together the energies of the Devis in a conscious way. And we need to awaken our creative energies, begin to envision something new and a different way of interacting with the earth. And that's going to take the efforts of each one of us. I think the message for our time is that we have to manifest. We have to be the servants of the Devis. We have to manifest their energies. It's a big responsibility that they've placed on us. And it's a combination of our inner work and our outer work to do the inner meditation that we needed to attune ourselves with the energies of the Devis, and then to do what needs to be done. And to go back to how I started this, Sita's attention to every detail. The sages need to be served. Her servant needs to be cared for. She had wounded herself. To pay attention to what we are called to do in the moment, how we can serve, and then to use the love that Sita awakens in us and the creative energies that Mata Saraswati awakens in us to attend to the details of the moment. And the details of the moment are causing us both to serve the natural world and to serve the human world. The animals are suffering, the forests are suffering, many humans are suffering, the oceans are suffering, the ocean life is suffering, the life in the forest is suffering. And yet, as I go around and speak with people, I see that there are many who are called, who are touched by the plight of the world right now, and who want to serve. And I hear from young people how they talk about being discouraged. What could one person do in the face of such a vast challenge? And I say, what one person can do is a lot, and I think that's the message of Sita's life. What one person can do can shift everything, because you're tuning in with the collective energy. Nobody is alone. We are all part of a whole. And the more we can line our energy and be a channel for the Devis to work, the more effective we can be. And I know from my own life that the deeper my meditation is, the more I can devote myself to my meditation, the more effective, the more I see clearly what the needs of the moment are, the more I understand the words that need to be spoken, and how I can channel the energies of the Devis. I attribute that all back to the intention in my meditation. The intention, even if I don't consider myself to be very successful, even if I'm restless in that meditation, it's the intention that's important. As it is with everything, the intention, how we want to live in this world. Is it with the intention to serve, or the intention to seek our own happiness and to be satisfied with the material pleasures? So that's the work we have to do, is aligning our intention with the higher good and knowing that our own welfare is tied to the higher good. I think I'll stop here, and I hope that I've been able to share some of the blessings that I've received for so long, over so many lives, from Narayani and Mata Sita, and these new blessings that I'm receiving now from Mata Saraswati. So thank you. Thank you for inviting me to share with you.
Hi, madam. Yes, that was wonderful, amazing wisdom sharing, madam. We thoroughly enjoyed your session. Thank you so much. And you have really, madam, we are so blessed to have you on this platform. And through this untold story of Sita, so many people have transformed their life miraculously. I'm one of them. And I have ordered the Telugu version of the book also. It's so profounding to read in my native language. Thank you so much, madam. And I request you to please guide us into meditation for 5 minutes, madam. So,
okay,
yeah.
5 minutes.
Consciousness, yeah.
Okay, so let us close our eyes and let us experience the love that Sita's life expressed, the love that she showed to the sages, the love for her father, and promising him that she wouldn't leave this world without his consent, the love she showed to her servant. To me, that is so touching. She could have instructed Soma just to take care of the servant, but she didn't. She stayed behind and she treated her servant. She said, "How could I not serve you when I have the means?" So let us feel that love, because in that moment, she's speaking to each one of us. She says, "I am the servant of the world." And that is how Sita saw her life. She saw herself as the servant of the world. She wasn't seeking to be admired, to be worshipped, to be known even. When they led their life in the forest, it was a quiet life, serving the forest community, serving the animals in the forest, seeking to share her love with the forest creatures, with the river, with all the rivers, sharing their love with the sages, and with the forest communities. She taught them how to grow food, how to survive during uncertain times. And then when she made the decision to enter Lanka, it was also love for the one who had fallen, for their attendant in the celestial world, who had fallen into such dark delusion that he had committed such horrible deeds. Because there is no one who is excluded from this love. If Sita and Ram could take birth and endure the hardships of physical life, out of love for the world, out of love for the one who had fallen into darkness. And it is not just to him, it is the love for all who have fallen into darkness. That is why Sita instructs the servant to take care of KK, She had fallen into delusion. Great ones don't abandon us when we fall into delusion, because at one time or another, we all fall into delusion. We fall into jealousy, we fall into anger, we fall into fear, and they don't abandon us. They continue to manifest their love in any way they can, not giving up until we emerge from that delusion. And that is the ultimate testament of their love. Ram and Sita's efforts on Ravana's behalf to awaken him from delusion are part of the great love story that their lives show. The love that Ram and Sita manifested on this earth. Telling us, because they teach the stories, telling us that no matter how deep our delusion, they will be there for us to awaken us. And that is the greatest comfort we could possibly have. Now, no matter how terrible things appear in the outer world, they will be there for us waiting, seeking in every way to awaken us to the true nature, to our true nature. So as we come back into the outer world, let us be mindful if we can manifest that love and also the creative energies that we all possess to help awaken the world. Om, Om, Om.
Wow, that was an amazing meditation, madam. Thank you so much for all your valuable time and for this amazing wisdom sharing. Heartfelt gratitude to you, madam. And
Thank you.
yes, so we have Patri sir. Hello, Patri sir. Welcome to you. Yes, sir. Yes, Pranahita will give vote of thanks. Prana.
Sure, thank you. Firstly, a very happy Diwali to Dina Maria ma'am, Patricia, and to all the viewers here. We are so fortunate to have connected to Dina Maria ma'am and to take her wisdom, especially on this day when Rama returns to Ayodhya after defeating Ravana. It is victory of good over bad. And it is celebrated with so many lights all over Ayodhya as Diwali. We have thoroughly enjoyed your session, ma'am. You have got so much wisdom from so many incarnations. And the short description that you shared just now about Saraswati River is just amazing. And I'm intrigued by how it will go and how this will end. And of course, we all love your book, Untold Story of Sita. It has changed the perspective of Ramayana, which we have been carrying all these years. After Patriji announced it as a Bible for PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, every master here has read it, and now it has been translated into Telugu too. Thanks to Patriji for always encouraging us to connect with all wonderful masters across the globe and to learn from everyone. We are so thankful to you, Dina Maria ma'am, for sharing your great wisdom. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, and
Yes, Patri sir, would you like to speak few words about Dina Maria?
Yes. The untold story of Sita has changed the whole world. It was a big quantum jump for all the people to understand what really happened. We are eternally grateful to Dina ma'am. And now it is available in our language, mother tongue, Telugu. Everybody is wonderfully enjoying it and learning from it. If she had not been there, we wouldn't have got that book. And if we had not got that book, then we would have been stuck up with the old Ramayana. And now our minds are fresh, totally cleaned by this untold story of Sita. My namaskars, pranams to this greatest lady of this century, Dina Mariam. What more can I say? Yes, now this book is PSSM's Bible. It brings in new era on the Earth planet. We are eternally thankful to you. We never expected that in our lifetime we'll see a new Ramayana. For ages, the old Ramayana was being repeated from generation to generation. But now, in our current generation, we have discovered a new Ramayana. And what more can we expect? It was unexpected. Now we have got a vision. Now we have got a mission. The untold story of Sita has to reach every human being in their own particular language, mother tongue. Now that is what is remaining. When this book gets into the hands of every human being in their own mother tongue, then the earth will see a magnificent happiness. Whatever Sita tried to establish on this earth planet would have been established if this book goes into everybody's hands in their own mother tongue. That's what I want. We have done our bit in Telugu. Now we are doing the same thing in other Indian languages. India is totally dedicated to Ramayana. Now, a new Ramayana means a new India. A new India means a new Earth planet. Thank you, Dinaji. We are all very, very fortunate to have been born in your own times. Yes, Pranahita.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And on this occasion of successfully completing the 111 Global Goddess Meditation Circle, special thanks to Lakshmi for this great thought for connecting women masters across the world on this PSSM platform. Many people have thoughts to do big, but implementation is required. And kudos to Lakshmi for making it possible with the great intention of shifting the feminine energies. And of course, again, my deepest gratitude to our beloved Guruji Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji for transforming lives of millions of people across the world through meditation and saving billions of animal lives by spreading vegetarianism, teaching us compassion. Patriji is an exemplary of perfect divine feminine and divine masculine balance, who shares so much unconditional love with all of us. And he has taught us, all of us, to serve and give back to the humanity. So I'm so glad we're all here giving back to the humanity. And thank you so much, sir, for awakening the inner light in all of us. And today being Festival of Lights, you have shown us the real meaning of Diwali. And thank you so much, Lakshmi, for creating this 111 Global Goddess. So over to you, Lakshmi. You can play the promo. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, Dina ma'am. Thank you so much. And thank you, Patricia. And hi, Divine Goddesses. Hearty welcome to all of you for this success celebrations of 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle. So under the guidance of our master, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, we have successfully completed this 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle, my dear friends. Friends, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, he is a new age spiritual master who has been on a mission to spread the spiritual science, vegetarianism, meditation, So to across the globe, my dear friends, Patriji got enlightened in the year 1979. So since then, he has been striving hard to enlighten and awaken each and every individual to their infinite potential. Millions of people have attended Patriji's long group meditation session, and Patriji is also a great musician. And the key teaching of Brahmarshi Patriji is to use meditation as not just a yogic practice for health and peace, but as a higher order means of connecting to one's infinite self and manifesting their own realities. So friends, we are so happy that and so many goddesses attended this program. The main intention of this program was to connect with all the feminine masters across the globe from many countries so that we can create this unified global collective grid across this planet Earth. So we have all the feminine masters from 6 continents: Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, South America, and North America. So we have 2 minutes promo. I would like to play promo now.
Hello, divine souls. Hearty welcome to all of you for such celebrations of 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle. Under the guidance of Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, we successfully completed 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle with 111 feminine masters across the globe. The main intention of this program was connecting with all feminine masters across the globe from many countries to create unified global collective grid across this planet Earth. We had 111 global feminine masters connected and united from all 6 continents: Asia, Africa, Europe, Australia, South America, North America for this goddess circle. Friends, in the Tibetan prophecy, it's beautifully stated that when 1,000 goddesses or Buddhist taras gather, the divine feminine will rebirth through their combined energies, and the tone of this planet Earth will shift from fear to compassion. We are so happy that this goddess circle had radically shifted the mindset and the lives of many women, releasing their old inhibitions, overcoming their stage fear. Lot of women gave their first ever session through this global women empowerment platform. Join us, friends, masters. Let's all celebrate this Diwali in the presence of Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, Swarnamana Patriji, and Dina Mariam Madam. Welcome to all of you for this success celebrations. Special thanks to everyone who supported this project unconditionally. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, friends. Yeah, and so friends, today we are starting our program with beautiful Indian classic music singing. So we have with us Krishna Kumari and her daughter-in-law, Madam Krishna Kumari. She is my music teacher, and Krishna Kumari learned music from her Veena Guru, Veena Vadhana Vidushita Srimati B. Ananda Rajyalakshmi Madam, and her vocal guru is Kalaima Manishri KV Ramanujan Garu, and she did MA from Padmavati Mahila University, and she did her MPhil in Potti Sriramulu Telugu University, diploma in light music from PSTU University. She participated in various Tyagaraj Aradhana Utsava at Tiruvayur, and she performed in many concerts, and she participated and gave her concert in many famous TV shows. And we welcome you, Kumari Madam. Yes.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi. Namaste to all. Pranamams to Guruji. First of all, happy Diwali to all of you. She is our music student, very sincere and very hardworking nature. All the best to this program, Sri Lakshmi.
Namaste everyone. Pranamams to Guruji and a very happy Diwali. Thank you, Sri Lakshmi Akka, for giving us this wonderful opportunity. We are very grateful that you share your knowledge and experience through your guided meditations. We really enjoy your meditation sessions. And all the very best to this program. Today we'll be singing a Tyagaraja Swami Kirtana. But before that, we'll be praying to Lord Ganesha with a small shloka.
Vigneswaraya Varadaya Surapriyaya Lambodharaya Sakalaya Jagatitaya Nadanaya Shrutiyajnavibhushitaya Gauri Sudaya Nadaya Namo Namaste Namo Namaste Namo Namaste. Samajavara Ramana Sadhu Samajavara Ramana Sadhu Samajavara Ramana Sadhu Samajavara Ramana Sadhu Samajavara Sadhu Samajavara Ramana Sadhu Sarasabjakalakalatita Vikyata Sarasabjakalakalatita Vikyata Samajavara Ramana Sadhu Sarasabjakalakalatita Vikyata Sarasabjakalakalatita Vikyata Samajavara Samanigama Jasudha Samanigama Jasudha Samanigama Jasudha Samanigama Jasudha Samanigama Jasudhaya Gnana Vichakshana Gunasila Dayala Balamam Palak Samanigama Jasudhaya Gnana Vichakshana Gunasila Dayala Balamam Palaya Samajavara Vedasiroma 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 Trujasaka Svaranara Chenatvipa Vikrita Vedasiroma Trujasaka Svaranara Chenatvipa Svikrita यादव कुलमुरली यादव कुलमुरली वादन विनोदमो घनतर त्यागराज वंदनीय यादव कुलमुरली वादन विनोद मोहनतर त्यागराज वंदनीय सामजवर सामजवर सानिध मग मदनि सामजवर धनि सनि मदनि सामज सगनि सदनि मद सानि मग मदनि सामज मग मनि द सानि सानि मग मदनि सामज गमदनि सा मदनि सदनि सानि सामज निसदनि मद गमदनि सामजवर सानि धनि ध मद मग मग स सानि ध मनि ध मग ध मग स गमदनि सामजवर सगम गमद मदनि धनि सा सगम ग सानि धनि सानि ध मग मदनि सामजवर गाद दाद मदनि सानि गग सनि दद धनि मम मद गग गम गम गस मग ध मनि द सानि ध मनि द सानि ग स सानि ध मग नि ध मग सग मदनि सामजवर सास सास नि सास सास धनि सास सास मग सास सास स धनि सग मग सनि धनि स मग सनि सग मदनि ध मग सग मदनि ध मग सद मग नि ध म सानि ध मदनि सद मग नि ध म सानि ध ग सनि धनि स सग सनि सनि धनि ध मद मग मदनि नि सनि धनि ध मद मग मग सनि सा स स सा स स सा स स मग सनि ग ग ग ग ग ग ग ग तनि ध मग म म म म म म म सानि ध म दा द द दा द द दा द ग सनि ध सा स स सा स स सा स स सा ग ग ग ग ग ग म म म म म म ग स नि स मग स ध नि स ग मग स मग सा नि ध मग सा नि ध मग स नि ध ग स नि ध म सा नि ध मग स ग म स ग म ध म स ग म ध नि ध म स ग म ध नि स ग म ध नि स ग म म ग म ध नि ध म ध ग स ग म ग स नि स म ग स ध नि स ग म ग स म ग स नि ध म ग स नि ध म ग स नि ध ग स नि ध म स ग म ध नि सा म ज व ज रमण साधु भृ सार साब्ज काल कालातीत विख्यात सामजवर रमणा. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you, Shriya. That was an amazing performance. Thanks to both of you. Thank you so much. Yes. And today we have with us one more master, our senior most master, Saroja Gullapalli madam. Saroja Gullapalli ma'am, we request you to speak few words about this program and give your valuable message.
Thank you very much, Sri Lakshmi. First of all, I would like to wish a very happy Diwali to all the goddesses and everyone who is present on this platform today, this evening. A very happy Diwali from Melbourne, Australia, from Saroja Gullapalli. I would like to pay my respects to Brahmarshi Pitama Patri sir. I'm not sure if Madam is there, but if Madam is there, then to Swarnamala Patri Madam as well. So on this great occasion of Diwali, Sri Lakshmi, you have this concluding program or the celebration program of 111 Goddess Circle. What a great day to celebrate. First of all, congratulations Sri Lakshmi and the whole team for such a grand journey of 111 amazing days of feminine wisdom. The ascended goddesses, they're always holding the earth in a grand circle of love during these very challenging times of humanity. The recent upheavals in the world have already awakened the divine feminine power that resides within the collective human consciousness. The secret to tapping into this power and embodying it within oneself is not by succumbing to anger or aggression caused by these external events, but rather by surrendering to the joy, bliss, and wisdom that resides within each one of us. As humans practice this divine feminine wisdom, it will allow them to experience life with less sorrow and despair and more love and freedom. Many great spiritual masters like Patri sir, Dena Madam, Anand Karnesh sir, they've taken us on a grand spiritual journey through their books by weaving new insights into the ancient teachings, correcting what has been altered in scriptures, and revealing new secrets about the great divine beings who have walked on earth. Their teachings of joy and wisdom are filled with much intrigue and many insights. Our lives truly transform with joy, not with pain, even though we all endure pain. While pain ripens us, the actual transformation always happens by surrendering with joy and bliss to the emptiness of our higher selves. Most of us have already endured much pain and suffering. We have ripened enough, not only in this life, but over many, many lifetimes. All we have to do now is surrender and blossom into divine beings of joy, which is who we always are, masters, in our enlightened state. Divine beings are all around us, but we need to expand our hearts and open our inner eye to see them. The easiest way we can connect with all these divine beings, the guides, angels, ancestors, anyone we call, is only by surrendering to this joy, which is our purest and unconditional state of being. Our love grows to infinite depths when we surrender to this joy, masters. Such love, rooted in bliss, is what connects us to the highest dimension of consciousness. We are always looking around in the space for divine beings, though they all exist amongst us. Through the last 111 days of celebration, we have come across the 111 goddesses who have been living amongst us, and very much so in this very physical body. I bow my head and pay my respects to all those beautiful 111 goddesses who have given great teachings, and also to all the feminine energies of all the men and women on this platform and in this universe. Once again, Sri Lakshmi and team, well done on this 111 Goddess Circle. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my message on this such a great celebration day. Thank you all, masters.
Thank you so much, madam. Friends, Saroja ma'am, she has been running self-empowerment workshops and helping many women, many children through her holistic living workshops and through her numerous support group workshops. Thank you so much, madam, for your valuable message. And yes, friends, today we have with us one more master. She's Jennifer. She's a wonderful meditation coach, and she has been appeared in many major news channels like BBC, ABC, Fox News. And in 2020, Jennifer co-created the Coalition for Global Unity. And through this global unity, she's offering weekly meditation workshops, and this coalition offers free weekly meditations from world leaders, teachers, and influencers on Awake TV. Jennifer, we welcome you.
Thank you so much. Namaste. It's such a pleasure to be with you, Sri Lakshmi, and thank you for all of the masters who are here with us, and happy Diwali to everyone. I feel the feminine, the supreme energy. I think it's supreme because it's so expansive. It's what allows us to give birth to ideas, to children in this world. And I'm honored to have been a part of these 111 goddesses and to get to join you here today. A message that I got this morning in my meditation when I was reflecting on what would be of most value for everybody who is here with us and watching in the future is a message of certainty. With the things happening around the world, be it hurricanes, the pandemic, the financial uncertainty that a lot of people are currently experiencing from all different areas of the world, one of the messages that I received is the power of certainty and trust, and knowing that this too is for the good. Now, what that means is no matter what you woke up to today, we all have life experiences where we think our day is going to go one way, and then life has other plans for us. And our being able to make the greatest difference in our life and the life of others is the grace with which we handle these challenges and these opportunities that are put forth before us. One of my teachers and masters, who is an enlightened being in my books, shared with me that when we have an experience or what we might consider an obstacle, our greatest unfoldment is to ask for, what is the root cause of this? What is our opportunity to grow and to have certainty no matter what happens, that it's for the good? Now, I have a very silly little example that happened here in Portugal where I'm currently living. And about a week ago, I went to get my hair done. And being somebody who doesn't speak much Portuguese, I met this lovely woman who is just a goddess in and of herself. And she begins to do my hair. And she starts at the back. Now, having had blonde hair for 20 years, I know you don't start at the back, you start at the front. And in my mind, I was thinking to myself, oh, I should really tell her she needs to start at the front. But Source was telling me, trust that this too is for the good. Always, no matter what happens, whether it's something as silly as getting your hair done or perhaps something that befalls you or a loved one, always ask yourself or tell yourself, I am certain that this is for the good and I don't know how. And it was the most beautiful thing because as we finished doing my hair, she said, I specifically did the back of your hair first because that way if it got too bright, I could wash that part. And if we did the front of your hair, I wouldn't have been able to wash that without getting the color in your eyes. And I give that as an example because in life, we have a very fixed perspective. We think that things need to fit a certain way. And when we release and we let go of our attachments and our agendas and how we think we know, right? We all know how something should or shouldn't go. Then that's where freedom occurs. That's where we can reach our highest spiritual potential, is every time that we face an obstacle or challenge, say to ourselves, I am certain that this too is for the good. And one last tip I'll leave you from my book is something I learned from Gary Douglas, co-founder of Access Consciousness, who said every day, something that happens, even a little bit good, say out loud, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? And that's what I invite us all to play with in these coming weeks, months, and years, is to continue to be in the inquiry and look and know and trust with perfect certainty that this too is for the good. Thank you, namaste, and it's a pleasure to be here with all of you.
Oh, thank you so much, Jennifer, for such a profound message. Thank you so much.
Thank you, namaste. Thank you, Sri.
A few words about Jennifer, sir.
What was that?
I'm asking Patriji. I'm requesting Patriji. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's good to see you.
We all need to understand that everything will pass. Our physical body will also pass. After some time, we will not have a physical body, but we exist. Our existence is not dependent upon our physical body. So whatever happens to the physical body doesn't happen to us. We are not physical bodies at all. That is the basic understanding. When you have that understanding, when you get that understanding through meditation, then everything is solved. There are no problems anywhere. The problems vanish with your body consciousness. You come into the body to get rid of the body consciousness by regaining your soul consciousness. That is the game we play. So when through meditation we lose our body consciousness and get back to our soul consciousness, everything is over. This body vanishes. Only the soul remains forever. We are all souls forever. When you understand that you are a soul forever, you have become the god or the goddess. Meditation is the most important thing. Every day is meant for meditation for every person, so that every person will lose their particular body consciousness and get back into their soul consciousness. Well, Sri Lakshmi, congratulations for your great work.
Thank you so much, sir.
I'm sure you will continue to do so for the rest of your lifetime and change the whole world. You are doing your job wonderful. All the masters here, all the goddesses here, they're all doing wonderful job. With such great work, I see within 10 years, the whole earth planet will change from body consciousness to soul consciousness. Pure body consciousness will give you 10% heaven and 90% hell. But soul consciousness will give you 100% heaven for you. Carry on, Sri Lakshmi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Jennifer. And we have now Shikha Arora. She was born and brought up in the Democratic Republic of Central Africa. She's a meditation master and tarot card reader. Shikha, we welcome you. Yes, I think. Okay. Shikha, are you there? Okay. Yes, we'll go with one more speaker. Yes, I request Parinita Patri. Parinita Patri, she is the co-founder of Swadhyaya Yoga and she is the daughter of our master Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. Parinita, we welcome you.
Hello everyone, namaste. My name is Parinita and I'm from Hyderabad, India. And I firstly say namaste to Patriji, who is the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, which was established in the year 1992 and has been constantly and incessantly working towards bringing meditation and vegetarianism to the entire world, and is still working towards that vision, that dream, and has helped many millions of people to turn into meditators and turn into vegetarianism. And secondly, thank you to Madam Dina Mariam ji to bring such a wonderful book to all of us, to bring a new perspective of Sita, the divine feminine energy, and to give us beautiful messages through Sita. And thirdly, to Saroja Gulapalli Madam ji, to give us the essence of Sita in all the languages, in the Hindi, English, and Telugu languages, for us to understand the essence of the book Sita, and so wonderfully explained, so immersed in the story of Sita, and to tell her perspective. And fourthly, to Sri Lakshmi for the beautiful program that she has conducted for the 111 Goddesses program, which has brought out so many women out on the front to be able to express themselves and to share their knowledge and wisdom with the entire world. She has given the stage to so many women who maybe have spoken for the first time in their life. And her inspiration and her vision is so great that she is bringing the divine feminine of in every woman out and to be able to share it with the world. So the divine feminine is coming out, and it's time that each and every woman will come out and share their knowledge and wisdom in their own way. So thank you so much, everyone, because each and every woman here is very precious. And being the woman, the divine feminine, the qualities are to be compassionate, to be inclusive, to be loving, and sharing the knowledge and wisdom. So thank you so much for each and every one to be able to share this beautiful program. And thank you to each and every one. I bow down to each and every one for making this a huge success. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Pari. Friends, I need to mention Pari is like a backbone for this project. The moment I started, I shared with Madhu and Pari. Both Madhu and Pari, they supported me like immensely, my dear friends. My immense gratitude to you, Pari and Madhu. And yeah, thank you so much, Pari, for all your love, support. Yes, thank you. And yes, now we have Shikha with us. We welcome you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm so sorry. I know you called my name before. So I'm in Congo, so internet issues, got kicked out, possibly like, you know, when it's time for you to speak just that moment and you get kicked out. But thankfully I got reconnected. So really sweet of you for giving me this opportunity. I just honestly, well, from the bottom of my heart, I really want to thank Mrs. Sri Lakshmi and Patriji. This is my first time seeing you. I've heard so much about you from my aunt Vaishnanti. I got connected thanks to my aunt. She said, "What are you doing? Why don't you try speaking?" I had never spoken on a platform before. I said, "I don't know how to do this. I have no idea how to do this. I'm so scared. I'm so nervous." But like with the support of my aunt Vaishnanti and the kind, loving energy support from Patriji, and just hearing such wonderful things about PMC and I just love the mission, spreading vegetarianism and promoting spirituality and helping people ascend their frequency in this day and age. It's just so amazing. It's so empowering. And then just being part of this platform, 111 Goddesses, and hearing the wisdom from women from all around the world is just so incredible. And I never knew that I would also be able to connect, to be part of this network, because being in spirituality, it can be such a lonely, such a sad journey. And then just hearing from my aunt and saying like, you know what, there's this community. It's just amazing to have this community, that it's real, that it exists, and that it supports women from all around the world to have a voice, to become empowered, to have the strength. So really just deep gratitude from the bottom of my heart, deep, deep gratitude. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I hope one day I'll get to meet you, sir. Maybe with my aunt, who knows? I really looking forward to it. So thank you so much. Mrs. Sri Lakshmi, and thank you, my aunt Vaishna auntie, and of course, Patriji, for this wonderful platform, this wonderful community, for being there. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Shikha. And what you said is true. Like Patriji's energy is driving all of us. He is our inspiration. He's our motivation. And yes, thank you so much, Patri sir. And thank you so much, Shikha. And friends, let's invite now one more goddess, Pranahita. Pranahita, she is my soul sister. Everyone our soul sister, but she's very connected to me. Like she helped me a lot. And Pranahita, she's a gifted clairvoyant and auto writing and auto drawing adapt. She's Indian born UK citizen. She's empowering individuals to get practical experiences through her valuable sessions, psychic readings, EFT. And Pranahita, recently she was divinely guided to start this Divine Feminine Sangha, where she is helping out all the women to overcome their PCOD and irregular periods. And we are so happy. She's from UK. So we both share a good, very great rapport. Yes, Pranahita, I welcome you.
Thank you so much, Sri Lakshmi, and hello everyone and beautiful goddesses. Once again, my deepest gratitude to my Guruji, Pita Mahapatriji, for teaching me meditation and transforming my life and of course millions of lives. And congratulations to Lakshmi and team for the successful celebrations of Tribhuvan Global Goddess Circle. So yeah, as Lakshmi mentioned, after coming into meditation, I got so many supernatural experiences like auto writing, connecting with angels, astral travels beyond earth plane, talking with astral masters, drawing and channeling light language. All these were coming. But in the past few months, especially, I started channeling the divine feminine wisdom. So I started some groups called Divine Feminine Sangha in English and in different languages in India, Telugu, Tamil, and Kannada. And now we are starting in Hindi too. So with more than 3,000 women as of now. So we created these groups. And as so many global goddesses are here, I'll just quickly share what it is about so that this wisdom has to be spread to each and every woman across the planet. Because all the women, they go through this every month. They'll be having periods or menstruation and everything. So almost in their lifetime, close to 10 years, they'll be bleeding if it is regular. But a lot of women are having PCOD, overbleeding, or different gynec issues, infertility issues, just because they are not accepting their divine feminine side. So I've created this platform and doing this guided meditations to accept the divine feminine, and I've been doing this as an experiment. So it is just channeling, and in these groups now hundreds of women have come back and share their testimonials that they have cleared their PCOD issues and overbleeding issues, and people who are trying for pregnancy for more than 6 years, they got pregnant in the last 3 months. And the people who did not get periods for the last 10 months, they got periods, and even the menopause issues were cleared. It is such an amazing thing that is happening. Even I was completely amazed by the way it is going. So because now on the whole of this planet Earth, the divine feminine consciousness is rising. So my main purpose of this life is to awaken this divine feminine consciousness, to shift this collective consciousness of the planet Earth. So I think all of us who are here, we're all connected, closely connected to the divine feminine. And definitely this wisdom has to go to every woman on the planet Earth. And we all can collaborate in different ways to take different wisdom to all the, not only for women, but men, to understand the woman. Because what she goes through during that period every month. So the premenstrual syndromes or everything. So initially I was a bit hesitant to talk very openly about all these things. But as soon as I closed my eyes, all this wisdom has been coming out of my mouth from so many months. So definitely we all will collaborate in different ways on this Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement platform, on the PNC platform, and we'll do many more sessions to awaken the divine feminine on this planet Earth. Thank you all so much, and thank you Sri Lakshmi for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, love you all.
Thank you so much, Pranahita, for your wonderful, valuable wisdom. And yes, friends, We'd like to invite one more goddess. She is Irma Batik. She is from Switzerland. Originally, she is from Switzerland and she has lived and worked in various countries and continents and considered herself as a citizen of the world. She and her husband moved to India 10 years ago. They have been living on an organic farming and animal sanctuary in an ecological home built by themselves with their 25 adopted and rescued dogs. She is a transformational coach, and for more than 20 years, she has personally worked with clients and students from across the globe and from all walks of life. With her holistic and highly intuitive and result oriented approach, she has assisted thousands in improving the lives of many people. Irma, we welcome you.
Thank you, Sri Lakshmi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for inviting me to this amazing goddess circle. And to balance things a bit, we've been talking a lot about the divine feminine. And yes, we need to empower women and we need to bring up the divine feminine and create more connection amongst ourselves. And at the same time, I find that men could use this just as much as women. I think the divine masculine also needs to come to the fore because the world needs it more than ever. It needs the collaboration between the divine feminine and the divine masculine, our highest aspect. And that starts within. All of us, we have both masculine and feminine aspects. And I feel that it's important that we shed light on our dysfunctional aspects, our shadow, whether it's the feminine or the masculine, that we bring light inside so that we don't need to project our shadow on the outside, onto other people and the world. And I think that's what's been going on for a long time. And especially now, this battle with, you know, women against the toxic masculine. And all that does is create more of a split in the world, less unity. And in my opinion, we need unity more than ever because we have such huge challenges that we're facing. We're facing the 6th mass extinction event on this planet. And we cannot solve that if we're split apart the way we're split apart now. Into all these little groups that really don't matter and don't make sense because at the core, we're all the same. We're souls, we're light. So this division that we're creating is artificial and it's used against us. And it's beautiful to be in the feminine and it's beautiful to be in the masculine. And it's wonderful to play with those energies and see where they lead us. And I feel that now is really the time to bring them together within ourselves, in the world, and to co-create and to collaborate and to create this new earth the way we desire it, not the way it's planned for us, for the powers that would like to be, which is leading to transhumanism, to artificial intelligence, to something that's dehumanized and that disconnects us from our soul and from who we truly are. And I feel we really need to veer off that path to hell, in my opinion, towards the path to beauty, light, and goodness, compassion, love, those feminine qualities. But to get there, we need the masculine qualities of courage and the power to stand up for our truth and to defend our loved ones. I think those need to come together, those highest qualities of the feminine and the masculine for us to solve the issues we're facing and move on to a higher, better earth. That I feel it's absolutely in our power to create that. The time is ripe. The earth is moving there. She's shifting there. So we have to get back into touch with the earth, with her rhythm, and not, be stuck in front of our screens and become more and more artificial and technology oriented. We need to get back to the mother and get in tune with her rhythm And if we do that, I think we can solve all the problems that we're facing. I think we're equipped to do that, but it requires that coming together of our strengths and being empowered, all of us. In fact, if 3.5% of us manage to shift to a higher vibration, to more unity, to a clear vision of where we want to go, that's enough. All it takes is 3.5%. So I hope the mama bears on this call wake up and stand up for their truth, and we can move ahead united. That's my message. Happy Diwali on this auspicious Diwali of 2020.
Thank you so much, Shinma. Such a beautiful message. Thank you so much, and happy Diwali to you. And yes, friends, we have now beautiful goddess Madhu Gajala. She's from Germany, and she's a great enlightened master. And both Madhu and Ram, they are living in Germany now. Both have realized their life purpose when they were in Egypt. And Egypt, they have spread meditation, vegetarianism to so many Egyptians, my dear friends. And they always believe that their mission in life is to inspire as many as people as they can do, to make them realize that there is a peace, joy, and light within everyone. Madhu and Ram, they both conduct so many workshops and sessions and organize meditation retreats. And Madhu is a beautiful storyteller, and she is a great mandala artist. And we are so happy, Madhu, you're with us now. And all the flyers we are seeing now in this 111 Days of Global Goddess Meditation Circle, they have been created by Madhu. Thank you so much, Madhu, for your unconditional love and support. We welcome you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sri Lakshmi. And it's a great honor for me to speak in front of all these goddesses. And Patri sir, it's very nice to see you, Patri sir. And I'm happy always seeing you. And yeah, and as Prana was telling, Patriji is a combination of divine feminine and a divine masculine. So I have realized my divine feminine with Patriji, because once I started practicing meditation, and once Patriji came into my life from 2010, that's when I realized how to be patient, how to be limitless, how to not judge, because these are the qualities which are very important, my friends, because without these qualities we cannot experience divine feminine. And I'm really grateful that I'm in this path, and my mission in this life is to touch each and every person, whomever I can, to spread about this meditation and to bring this joy in them which I'm experiencing. And I cannot thank enough Patri sir. Patri sir, you are my greatest inspiration. Thank you so much, Patri sir. Yes, sir. Yes. So friends, I would like to invite my dear friend Purvi. Purvi is from India, and she's a wonderful master. She's a wonderful healer, past life regression therapist as well. Purvi, it's always good to connect to you, and it's always I'm always happy listening to you, and it brings me so much joy. So Purvi, yeah, please come over and share.
That's very kind of you. First of all, Namaste Patri sir. It's a great honor to be a part of this circle. It's, as Madhu said, your aura when we are around you, just we are so submerged with your divinity and compassion and unconditional love that most often, though I'm often called talkative, I fall short of words when I'm with Patri sir, because that's the extent of love and reverence and respect that we all hold for him. And my story is no different from all the other masters. It all started with Patri sir's blessings and kindness of not just restricting the beautiful spiritual experiences within ourselves, but also to hold this divine intention of spreading it across to as many souls as possible. There was this beautiful message that I got yesterday in my meditation in the morning. I would like to correlate that with a great master like Patri sir and all the beautiful feminine cosmic goddesses who are present here. Yesterday, I think almost towards the end of the meditation, I could see that there were these beautiful souls who took up the responsibility of fighting for the country the soldiers who went ahead to give up their lives, not prioritizing on their selfishness of being restricted to their family. As in, particularly in India, we give them highest regards. We consider them as divine souls because they sacrifice their own personal requirements or whatever other materialistic intentions that we usually hold for the sake of the nation. So if they are given that much of reverence and respect, the spiritual masters like Patri Sir and all the other beautiful souls, cosmic goddesses who are here, are no less, because for the divine purpose of doing good to a million other souls or to unlimited other souls, that these essence will pass on as generations come and receive this learnings through all the beautiful efforts that's been made by somebody like Lakshmi. These beautiful souls are like spiritual soldiers who are actually fighting the enemies of the dull-headedness, the ignorant darkness that unlimited people still bear and hold. So, Patri sir, thank you so much. I would like to call you and all the other beautiful masters who are enlightened, encouraged, and inspired, and all the other beautiful souls who are present in this circle, that you guys are no less than spiritual soldiers who have fought against the enemies of this analytical mind, which throws up challenges in our lives. So thank you, Madhu, thank you, Lakshmi, and thank you all the beautiful souls for giving this opportunity. So I think we should help a lot of other soldiers to come up, spiritual soldiers to come up. And when I heard somebody talk about the beautiful energy and essence of Sita, and we have had in our Indian mythological stories a lot of saints who have given up their personal life. They have sacrificed their personal intentions. It could be Lord Sri Rama or a number of other holy saints like Sai Baba, or in South India there's a very famous holy saint called Raghavendra Swami, who left their family. But sometimes it hits to our mind that they gave up on their families. So how do you even look up at them and derive spiritual insights? Now this was a beautiful insight that I got in my meditation yesterday, that if they restricted their desires to their wife and their other partners or children, then we wouldn't have reaped those benefits. So for somebody like Patri sir and all the other beautiful masters who are here in this circle, I understand the intensity of sacrifice which is made with the purity in their heart and mind. So I would like to take this opportunity once again to extend my gratitude. And this has created such a vortex of energy, Lakshmi. Hats off to your effort, that this is not going to end, as Patri sir said. This is like a beautiful, eternal, ongoing process, which is going to just attract more and more beautiful souls into it. And the very significance that this meet is held today, because we've been celebrating this day, as you know, in the darkness is where the essence of light is, as the most prominent, significant experience for all those spiritual seekers. So it is an indication that the very fact that it has synchronized today, that it's going to go on for a very long time and spread light across the globe. Thank you so much. Thank you once again, everybody. Over to you, Lakshmi.
Thank you so much, Purvi. Happy to connect with you always. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Friends, before moving to next goddess, we have beautiful performance by Padmavati. She is a great pyramid master. She is our senior most pyramid master, my dear friends. Padmavati Pulamarasetti. She is one of the most unique and talented Kuchipudi dance teacher who did her MA in Kuchipudi dance and completed diploma in yogic science, currently living in Manchester, UK. Blessed with an unquenchable passion to learn the pure arts of dance and music, coupled with the encouragement of her parents, later her husband Dr. GK, her relentless sadhana and the blessings of her gurus, she has been able to carve a special niche for herself in the field of Kuchipudi. And Padmavati, madam, we welcome you. She's a great master, my dear friends. She's trained yoga professional. Apart from participating in several national events in India, she has also delivered wonderful programs overseas in Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and South Korea. And yes, Padma Garu.
Namaste. First, happy Diwali to everyone. And my humble pranams to Maharshi Sahasra garu. Because with meditation, I came to know about my purpose of life, and now I am going to teach dance, yoga and meditation. With this purpose, I am living very happy and peaceful life. So thank you very much, Sri Lakshmi, and each and everyone who made this goddess feminine event successful. Thank you so much. Enjoy with my dance.
Padmavati Garu, could you please turn on your video?
Yeah, she is there in another Dr. GK Manchester, UK. She is there in that.
Okay.
Yeah. So the video in Dr. GK and then audio through Padma Paida. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Sure. Are you able to listen to Sri now?
Able to
Vikatotkata sundara tandi mukam bhujagendra sudha parataparadam gajanila gajendra ganadipati pranatosmi vinayaka hasti.
Srinivaru, please spotlight Dr. GK Manchester UK 1.
Yes. Now we are able to see. Yes.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. At the ending of the song, yeah, all of you please just give your claps for the last 1/3.
Vikatotkata sundara tandi mukam bhujagendra sudha parataparadam gajanila gajendra ganadipati pranatosmi vinayaka hasti mukam surasura ganapati sundara kesa rishi ganapati yajna samana bhava ganapati padma sharir jaya ganapati divya namaste tajamukha vatram girija putra ganaguna mitra ganapati mishapriyam Ganapati Mishapriyam, Ganapati Mishapriyam, Karadruta Barasum Kanganapadi, Kapalita Patmoduchim, Surapati Vandyam Sundaradatam, Suranita Manibakutam, Pranamata Deham Prakadita Tad, Shadgiritadamitam, Tak Shadgiritadamitam, Tak Shadgiritadamitam, Lambodara Varakunja Suragata Kunkuma Varnagadam. Shangam Modagahastam Srinisha Shapadam Nayanagrayavaranaga Vibhushitanana Ganapatitam Tak Nayanagrayavaranaga Vibhushitanana Ganapatitam Tak Nana Ganapatitam Tak Nana Ganapatitam Dhavalita Jala Parata Palita Chandram Pani Tirana Vibhushita Kadgam Tanu Vishahara Shula Kapala Hara Siva Ganapati Mabayam Tata Tata Vikalita Mata Jala Dita Ganapati Vadhyamidam Gata Tata Vikalita Mata Jala Dita Ganapati Vadhyamidam Tak Ganapati Vadhyamidam Tak Ganapati Vadhyamidam Tak Dinam Tarikutari Janata Kukutati Diguna Kukudin Dingu Diguna Gugudati Tajamnam tarita, takadajamnam tarita. Taridana tana jonu takirtikirgidom. Takirtikirgidom. Sashikalita Moulinam Shudina Ditta Kita Ditto Vimala Shubha Kamala Jala Padu Kambalina Ditta kita ditta kita ditta kita ditto Ramachagana guna garita shobhanam shobita ditta kita ditto Sujalu bharasara sija vishana kamboshanam ditta kita ditto Panacha bala kadali bala modanam modakam ditta kita ditto Ramata guru shiva tanaya ganapati talanam Ramata guru shiva tanaya ganapati talanam ganapati talanam ta क्या बात है
Wow. That was an amazing performance, Padma Garu. Thank you so much. It was an intense, powerful performance. Thank you so much. Yes. So I request Madhu to introduce Ala.
Hello, friends. Once again, I forgot to mention a very happy Diwali to all. And now I welcome my very good friend. She's from Egypt, Ala Mokhtar. I have known Allah in Egypt when we were there, and she's one wonderful human being and a compassionate being. She has so much compassion towards animals, and she has this lovely energy which always suits me when I'm around her. So Allah, I welcome you. Please speak a few words.
Thank you, Madhu. Thank you so much. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see all of you and Sri, and happy Diwali to everyone. And for my talk, for my short talk today, I just want to reflect. I want us all to reflect. As I saw this event building up, and it was called the Goddess Circle, I wanted us all to reflect on the circle. And your beautiful artwork, Madhu, of course, is an inspiration when it comes to this beautiful divine geometric shape and what it can teach us. Right behind you, even your beautiful artwork, the circle and the dots. Let us all, take from this something so powerful and that can help us all in our day-to-day life, in our dealing with the pandemic, in any matter from small to big, just like the circle. The circle in this small form is a dot. It can be an atom. And in its biggest form, it can be the globe. It can be the planet, the moon, the sun, all the celestial bodies are mainly circles. So let's take from this. Let's take from this geometric shape and learn how infinite it is. How you don't know where it starts, you don't know where it ends, and yet it has infinite small dots on it, like the infinite perspectives that we all have on earth as souls. Each one of us has their own unique spiritual perspective of the world and their own unique spiritual journey and your own unique spiritual goal. You are here on earth with a purpose, and we all have our own separate purposes, yet we are all unified in this one circle. And there's no other side of the circle. The circle only has one side. There's no you're right, I'm wrong. There's no you're on this side, I'm on that side. There's no this separation. This is an illusion. And the circle teaches that. And the dots, the infinite dots that are available all around us in everything, teach us how to become one and to unify all ourselves, although we are all separate and all individual. There is no clash when it comes to this. I wanted us all to reflect on this and to reflect on how, of course, divine feminine this shape is, but also divine masculine. The yin and yang is circle, and it's an expression of a life philosophy. So many things are drawn from the circle, and I wanted us all to give this 5-minute time that I'm going to be talking to reflecting on how a circle can help us learn to exist in a way that is not separate from each other, not separate from nature, not separate from our purpose, our individual purpose, and our collective purpose. Let's all just unify over the circle. That's what I wanted to say today, and I hope that gives us all something to help us with anything that you are going through that might be difficult. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ella. That was very nice, and
thank you, Madhu.
It's always good to see you, Ella. Yeah, thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you. It's so amazing to see you too.
Thank you. Yes, Sri Lakshmi, over to you now. Yeah.
And friends, so we have with us one more goddess, Kavita Gupta Madam from India. She's the author, artist, and she's a wonderful, our senior most pyramid master. Kavita ma'am, we welcome you.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, namaste to Patri sir, and happy Diwali to all the goddesses over here. It's so beautiful on this wonderful day. We are meeting, celebrating. Am I audible, Lakshmi?
Yes, madam. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are celebrating, and it's really wonderful to receive all the beautiful messages, awakening messages. And this number in itself is so much awakening, 111, 111. And the day, like she sent me the message, I was so much touched by this beautiful posters also. Thanks, Madhu, for this beautiful, colorful, and you could resonate with it. And our 2 days before, we celebrated our beloved Patri sir's birthday on 11th November. That's also 1111. So this number 111, it's like, it speaks something. It widens and it tells us, how it can be awakening, how we can be one, how we can be aligned with the supreme, with the wisdom of the universe. And when we know that we are in that collective consciousness, we understand our purpose. And that's what everybody is doing here. When we feel grounded, and I also resonate. The other reason I can say I also resonate with this number, because my birthday is also 11th January. So 111. So that's really amazing. And I feel I have written a poem for Patri sir. And for this female circle, I would also like to add one more thing here. I started in this pandemic time, I started my program for 40 days where I had 40 different topics, and I think more than 1,000 ladies got connected with us. And that's what I see, the feminine energy working amazingly well. And on this day of Deepavali, with Mahalakshmi with us, Sri Lakshmi with us, and we say, I am from eastern part of India. We have Jagannath temple in Orissa, and we say Mahalakshmi, Maha goddesses. So we are all goddesses here, and let the gratefulness, let this divine energy flow, and we could touch the entire universe, and let this journey of 111 continues, and we could touch, I think, the entire globe, where we can, just let this gratitude, charity, and this generosity meet and touch each and every feminine over the globe. So let this great work be on. Let's all continue. Thank you so much, Lakshmi. I can see there's many other goddesses also. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavita ji. Thank you so much. Yes, friends. So as we have to accommodate maximum number of goddesses, so I request everyone to speak for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. And yes, we have with us now Christiana. Christiana is from Romania. She is a wonderful breatharian, and she's doing a lot of workshops, and she's associated with our PSSM Global and Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, and she's actively participating in all our workshops and helping all the women. And thank you so much, Christiana. We welcome you.
Thank you so much, Lakshmi, for having me and inviting me. I am so honored to be here with all of you. I'm so grateful for this event having been created. All of my friends who have heard about this are congratulating you all for having created it, because it's so wonderful to have such a beautiful convergence of feminine energy all in one place. Such an amazing thing having been created. So honored to be a part of it. For many, many years now, I have been creating workshops for women, webinars, books. I have spoken for women all over the world to help them understand the power of femininity and how we can help the masculine to rise above the current limitations or whatever happens on this planet, to rise into self-empowerment. It is our job as women and as goddesses to help the masculine thrive, and the other way around. It is time for collaboration instead of competition between the two powers, between the two sexes. It is time for us to be empowered as women and to take back our power, to stand in our power. It is time to give to ourselves. So my message for women today, and of course, my blessings for Patrici. My message for women today is that we have to remember to give to ourselves. What you give to yourself is what you receive from the universe. It is only what you give to yourself that you can actually be receiving. And the state of receiving, receptivity, and open vulnerability is your power as a woman. It's not your goals, not your achievements, not your checked tasks. That's a part of our life, but not the most important. Our power, inner power, is our receptivity, our softness. More we cultivate inwardly through meditation, through self-care as part of our spiritual journey. Part of the feminine spiritual journey is not renunciation, is self-care and self-gifting, which empowers and replenishes our femininity. That's my message to you all, goddess. That's my message to all men out there who are honoring their feminine side. And as well, another message is that today I'm also launching the book, Your Harmony Woman, which will be available on Amazon soon, and it's available for pre-orders, that is giving tips for empowering our feminine nature. It has been in Romania for 5 years now, and it's finally published in English. And it's just one of the tools that we offer to help women rise in their power and their grace and their softness. The other tools that we've created are online programs that we're offering that are called the Pranic Consciousness Program. We're offering every month for people to be able to meditate with us and bounce back into their intuitive softness and gentleness and inward nature, which is the gift of our family. So today, it is the celebration of light, which is the celebration of life, which is the power of Shakti. That's what we're honoring all together, 111 gods and the beautiful spirit that Patrici is, that I'm so honored to have met and that I'm bowing to every time. And happy birthday with 3 days in delay. And we've all sent love to you on 11/11 when we had this big pyramid activation meditation, activating all the pyramids of the planet and the planetary grid and all the sacred sites with all the pyramid masters in the world, the leaders of Teotihuacan and Egypt. And of course, we thought of you and invited all your people to participate because pyramids are so important in channeling this feminine energy on earth and spreading it as a love grid here on the planet. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me. And we hope to meet in person in India at the Pranic Festival in India, March 3rd to 8th in Pyramid Valley. Blessings to all. Thank you, Lakshmi, for organizing. And thanks everyone for being here.
Thank you so much, Diana, for your wonderful message. Yes, friends, now I would like to invite Ananta. She's the author, artist, and spiritual alchemist. Master Ananta, welcome you. Okay, I think we'll go for another speaker. Yes, friends, I'd like to invite now Master Arpita. She's the founder of Divine Foundation. Master Arpita, we welcome you. Oh, I think there is some problem with unmute. She's unable to unmute. Okay. Ananta. 1 second, Ananta. Yes, you can speak now. You can turn on your video. Yeah. Yes, Ananta.
Warmest greetings to all the gods and goddesses. My pranams to Brahma Rishi Pitama Patriji and all the gods and goddesses present here and watching us. Thank you so much to the team, Lakshmi and the team, for having organized this, and to every goddess who has participated and anchored divine energies on this planet. I have 3 simple messages at this point. The first is conscious breathing is conscious living. So when we are able to bring ourselves back to our breath and to our Shunya self, we're able to consciously anchor that divine energy, a balanced masculine and feminine that we are here to anchor. What we anchor, we radiate. So it helps to know what kind of energy, emotion, thought, or idea we are anchoring, and to help that radiate into this world. And the last one is that may our every breath, thought, word, and action be that divine will manifest that which we're here to manifest and anchor and radiate onto this planet, which we can do through 4 S's, which is sadhana, our inner work, our meditation, our way of connecting with the Supreme Source, swadhyay, which is contemplation, satsang is meeting the like-hearted souls in and around us and sharing our light as seva, spreading our uniqueness and the in oneness of breath and love, with an attitude of Sharanagati or Samarpan, with absolute complete surrender. Thank you so much for being here and allowing us this opportunity. Thank you again to every god and goddess present to in helping make this life happen. Thank you. Ascension happen. Thank you, Lakshmi. Thank you.
Thank you, Ananta. Thank you so much. Yes, we'd like to invite now Denisa from Brazil.
Happy Diwali, everyone. Well, actually, I'm from Brussels. Yeah. Yeah. So, happy Diwali and many, many thanks, Sri Lakshmi, for having invited me, for being part of this amazing circle. Thank you, Madhu, for all your work as well. My dear friend, I've been always following all your work, and I was really amazed of everything what you have done. The whole team, really congratulations. And from the bottom of my heart, you are just amazing. And I would like to send all my love and gratitude to Patrici, who know that it's here. And I'm really, since I've met you, my reality, my life has changed. I want you to know that. And I would like you to know that the book is on the way. So, thank you to all the goddesses. It's been an amazing experience, really an amazing experience, especially in the current circumstances. When, strangely, I could not see my neighbors, but I've met every single day, almost. I could not follow everything, but I've met a goddess. I have met tens or hundreds of people from the circle assisting. I've learned every single day something new, and that was absolutely amazing. I have the impression that I have grown 10 times bigger than I was before. So let me tell you very shortly an experience of this morning. Is very fresh. After the meditation, the morning meditation with my Belgian group and Romanian group, it was absolutely fantastic meditation. After that, I felt an urge to go to the forest. And I went through the city, really almost haunted city. There was nobody, even though it was not very early, but it was just nobody. Some people with the dogs, walking the dog, but absolutely nobody. I went to the forest and I felt the urge to connect to the elements of the nature. And at a certain point, I wanted to feel the wind. I felt the air, the wind, and I wanted to listen to the sounds, to perceive all the sounds that I could perceive at a distance, at the close by. And it was absolutely amazing to wake up all those connections. And all of a sudden, while I was listening to the sounds, it came to my mind the poster, Madhu's poster, with all the goddesses and all the circles. And it was amazing that I had the impression that the sounds that I was hearing, they became songs. And as my dear poet, mystical poet, Rumi, that I really followed, he said that every single sound may become a music. And I had the impression that all the goddesses that were on that poster, they were singing, every and each of them. They were singing, they were having their own song in their own language, with their own cultural backgrounds, with their own beliefs. However, they were all speaking with the same voice, the voice of the soul, the voice of the divine feminine energy. And that's, I was so touched when Allah said that it was like a unified circle. She spoke about the unified circle. And all these goddesses were singing from the same source in a unified circle. So, my dear goddesses, I would like to thank you for all the messages that you have spread. Let me tell you that what I felt, it was like a very high vibration. Let's take this vibration higher and higher to raise the vibration of the world, to wake up the others. In some parts of the world, we really have to do to continue working on raising the vibration, on raising the energy. And let's use our divine feminine energy to do it. Let's spread our light, spread meditation. And I wish you all the best, and whatever you wish to have yourself. And my greatest dream would be that one day we could meet all together, wherever maybe in this world, physically, so that we can get to know much more each other. Thank you so much, and happy Diwali to all of you.
Thank you so much, Denisa. Yes, friends, I know today is Diwali day and everyone have their own celebrations, but yes, we'll try to accommodate maximum number of speakers. And now I request, now we have a beautiful dance performance by Master Hitaswana and Lasit for a few minutes, and later we proceed with other goddesses, my dear friends. So Can we have Hitaswana and Lasit?
Namaste all. Namaste all. Start chain, Anka.
You can start.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you. Happy Diwali to all.
And yes, friends. So we all together meditate now. Actually, Patriji got some work, so we'll end with the Patri's Bhagyada Lakshmi Baramma, and today's we'll close up today's session. Thank you, all the goddesses. Request everyone to please close your eyes. We meditate with beautiful Patriji's meditation music. Yes, friends. Now gently place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. And you can slowly open your eyes now. Thank you so much, all the divine goddesses. We had a great time with Patriji, in the presence of Patriji. We stayed such a long time. Patriji stayed with us such a long time. He has given more than 1.5 hours for us. And so grateful to Patri sir for his valuable time on this auspicious Diwali day, irrespective of sir's busy schedule. Yes, so grateful, sir. And yes, thank you so much to each and every one of us who participated in this 111 Days Global Goddess Meditation Circle, and to all the participants who have been supporting us by watching. And thank you so much, and my immense gratitude to one and all, and to once again to Madhu, Parinita Patri, and to Sai Krishna and Vijay Ramareddy Garu, and so many people supported this project. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, please do subscribe to our magazines, my dear friends, Spiritual India and Dhyan Jagat magazines. And happy Diwali to all. Yes, we are winding up today's session.
Happy Diwali and blessings. Thank you so much.